Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now yesterday all we needed was strong ISM manufacturing numbers, and we get that strong dollar move, right? But if anything, we got the opposite, right? We got weaker number, and I mean the price as paid was a bit high, but no one really sort of focuses on that. And then you've got the Don, throwing around tariffs like it's candy in a lolly shop. There's a lot of disruption here, right? Just to the sort of price action. If anything, it's sort of leaning towards the dollar basically falling out of bed. And why I sort of say that is, right, if I just come over to the global markets dashboard page, the US treasuries are just falling out of bed, right? These are like 0.5% off. It's like this is like interest rate cuts have been happening in the US. That's the impact, right? But what are we seeing in the currencies? Well, we're seeing a bit of discombobulation because we have been seeing dollar strength, but we're now starting to see that dollar weakness. And we've got we've had really tricky price action here, right? Now, pairs that make sense, you've got to really focus on those. Aussie and Kiwi. Now, why do I say that? They are directly tied to the massive tariffs that Trump has put on China. Okay. Commodity currencies in general are getting hammered, right? The CAD is weaker, Kiwi's weaker, Aussie's weaker. That will continue whilst these tariffs are going around, right? So we are starting to see a little bit of dollar weakness, whether that's, from the treasury yields and the whole slowdown of economic growth. You'd think the dollar might even kick into gear, but what we are seeing is the safe havens, right? The yen and the Swiss taking off. That could be the main driving force behind that weaker dollar as well. And with that, you've got euro and sterling going up. But just have a look at the price action here of euro. It's been up and down, for almost a month. So it's been tricky. So you just got to sort of hang on to your hat, ride out the storm, and wait for good conditions, right? So, and this sort of comes down to what's sort of coming out of the market. Now, the Donald, he will keep doing what he's doing. But tomorrow, focus on some of the key numbers that may impact the market. Because what we're looking for is dollar Swiss, inflation numbers, real GDP figures could really start to come into play. Now, let's just come back to the live trade hub. Now, before I forget, I will be running through the 10-week challenge at 6:30 in an hour, right? 7:30 a.m. London time. So if you want to sort of get involved here, I'm sort of going to show you exactly what the 10-week challenge is going to do. It's primarily for me to show you a lot of things, but you know what? There's been so much interest in this that I think we might even include you guys in it, but I'll give you more details around that. Now, just what to trade and when, right? This was lit up like a Christmas tree yesterday. If anything, you're really focusing on the pairs where you've got fundamental direction and technical direction. Right? Short term, they're sort of just going up, bit of a short squeeze, but potential to go down. And as far as the numbers go, we're sort of really looking for, the Swiss inflation numbers for a bit of direction here. Now, prime time analysis, right? And we will have this updating live, I would say within a week. We've got some good development going on, and there'll be a lot more information here. But just at the moment, right? Euro, sterling, the dollar index, dollar Swiss, and even dollar yen for that matter, are sort of discombobulating, right? Short-term price action, momentum is offset, and the long-term sort of trend and momentum is a little bit all over the shop. So what a difference a day makes, because this was, all the top pairs here were going down. The dollar was largely going up. Boom, the tariffs come out. Trump throws on more tariffs. We get weaker ISM manufacturing numbers, and all of a sudden, US Treasury yields are lower. The dollar is getting crushed, and it's sort of messed up the whole technical framework. And we expect that from time to time, but we don't expect it sort of every second week, which is almost what we've been getting. So it's a little bit challenging. You've just got to wait, pick your time. If it's not right, don't trade, right? And this is some of the things that I'll be going through in the 10-week challenge rundown. Okay, so as I said, that's going to be a bit of like a great 10 weeks of trading. Now, just on that, the where I am located, there's a tropical cyclone coming in. So we are expecting some severe conditions over the next day or so. So the 10-week challenge will most likely start next week, all going well. And if the office and everything doesn't get blown away, we'll see how that goes. But today, like just relax, right? All you got to do is when you see the markets sort of discombobulating a little bit like they are, right? We're sort of, we've got to wait for the trend to set. Like give this a day. Like I can see the dollar sort of bouncing back here, right? Because the momentum at the moment is very fickle. The three instruments that I like, dollar CAD or the Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar, Kiwi dollar, they are going down, right? Dollar CAD's going up, US dollars going up, CAD's falling, just for those new traders. Okay, so that's where we are. Momentum is not sort of where we want it to be. So just sit back and relax, right? This is all fresh news. Give the market some time just to factor in all the various hobbity-gobbity news out there, and then we can come back and look to pick the market off when things line up again. All right. So the key to trading and being successful long term is not getting frustrated with this sort of price action. Okay. If anything, if you have got Prime Time Pro, I'll be looking to trade the ebbs and flows of momentum at the moment because we are seeing good conditions where, you know what, one day or every 1.5 days it tops out and then falls and comes back the other way. So let's just see how that plays out. All right, guys. Now, don't forget the live trade session should be pretty interesting. I'm in the coaching session. I'll run you through the 10-week challenge. All right, guys. Have a good one. All the best. Cheerio.